All right. If I'm going to record, you're going to see me off in the corner here. But get you. So how do you pronounce your last name, Mallorie, so I don't get it wrong? How do
Mcgahan.
Huh?
Mcgahan.
Mcgahan, not Mcgahan. All right, folks, we got Mallorie Mcgahan on the show right now. Mallorie just came off of going to Montana this week, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. So actually, we'll talk about that right now. We'll get into your career, but we'll talk about that right now. How was your experience and congratulations, girl, because you won opening night. You got the main event. Tell us about that.
It was cool. Last year I won the Sportsman prelim night and I got the Wildlife Shootout Championship. And it was cool to get an open win.
Yeah. Now is this how long have you been in your open?
What was that?
How long have you been in your open?
About 7 years, 8 years.
Oh wow, yeah. Because you started now. Did you start in California? Oh, here they call it junior one. Out there is a beginner box. Did you start in a beginner box like most? Gosh, you've been doing this for quite a few years then.
Yeah, I've been racing for going on 14 years. I started in beginner. I was only in that for maybe half the season, and then I moved up to box stock, and I was in there for 4 or 5 years. I moved up to 250, and I kind of moved up into 250 and 500 almost at the same time, because Cycling doesn't have an age limit, so I ran 250 a few times, a couple seasons, and then I moved up to the open intermediate. Yeah,
and you raced primarily Cycleland and all that. I don't know if I've ever seen you at the Lakeport Indoor or Ukiah. I think maybe I have a couple of times throughout because I've only been doing it for 8 years though. So
we ran Cycleland for a long time, and then we stopped running points because my dad's work schedule just got crazy, and it's really hot and it's a long season.
Yeah.
Mainly do Red Bluff, and then I run Lakeport sometimes. I ran the weekend after Nationals.
Okay.
And yeah, mainly it's just Red Bluff.
Yeah, because I've seen you out. Yeah, because I've seen you out there a couple times in Ukiah, and like I said, I only did about a year. I think it was back in 20. You might remember I was there about in 2012. I worked with the announcer. They got a new kid there now, but I worked with the announcer out there for a while, so I had a chance to see you. And we talked the other day too about the Holmes. You're the Holmes family. They're pretty big in racing, and they came out to the. How did they do?
They did good. Carly and Tanner both won the Bear. So.
All right. Yeah.
Box stock, and I won the 250.
Yeah, because I know those are some friends and some teammates of yours, so that's why we brought them up. So yeah, I mean, to get back to your career though, I mean, so how old are you now? You've been doing. How old are you now?
I'll be 21 this month.
Oh wow! So that's why you're doing. See, a lot of kids. Now, do you plan on at some point moving up to a big sprint or micro sprint? Because I know we have people like Michael Buddy Kofoy, who I've talked about before and mentioned on the show. He was one of our originals that we had here years ago. But he's moved up. Are you looking to move up to a bigger sprint?
Hopefully, my dad wants to get one for my brother. Hopefully, I can hop in that a few times.
Yeah, because you're that age now. 21. Of course, and there is no age limit for an open 500. But you're that age now to where a lot of people by your age now are actually already have stepped into and by me saying this, I'm not downgrading or degrading at all, because I think it's awesome that you're in a 500 and you're doing some amazing things. But I said, well, no, a lot of kids, by the time they're Kofoy's age or in their early late teens, 20s, they get into a sprint. But that's cool. You've kind of found your niche, and you're comfortable you're comfortable in your open 500. I know you can race to the best of them. I've seen you get out there and do your thing. So tell us about your Tell us what kind of engine. What are you running in that thing in the Open 500?
I have a CR500 in it. It's a Honda.
Oh wow! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are there now? Are there? How are the rules? Are Did you find are there were the rules different going into Montana from California? California, did you find the rules were a little different, or were they pretty much the same?
I actually changed one because of a little bit of conflict on Friday night. But for the most part, they're same motor-wise, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know because I know up here in the Midwest, they have different names to the cars have different names. So tell us where are you headed next? Where are you going right now?
Hopefully I can run this 2-day race at Cycleland in a couple weeks for my birthday, and that's a Friday, Saturday.
Oh wow! Well, can I say happy birthday right now? Put you on the spot. Happy birthday, early birthday, because it's on Saturday. That went for the Kyle Larson Invitational, right? A 2-day event. Is that something?
No, it's actually they didn't run the points race on the 2nd, so they moved it to a Friday, Saturday show here in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right on. I love cycling. Lowell, what he does out there. But again, they do have the Kyle Larson Invitational. But this next weekend, you're going to see one of our guys. You probably have raced him before. Jetman Hayes. Yeah, Jet Hayes. Jet's about 15, 16. We're going to talk to him. Going into this weekend's race. We're going to talk to him Thursday. But he's quite a racing prodigy. He's all over the place. You probably worked with him up at Red Bluff. So are you what age group is in your 500s? Are they all your age and older?
No, we have some younger kids in there. James Setters, he's from Montana. He was 13, and he ran second actually.
Right.
There's my brother. He's 16. Jesse Caldwell. He'll be 17 this month.
I know these kids are making me yell and making me feel old, because I knew you guys back when. I knew you back when you raced a beginner box, and 14 years ago, and I knew like Holmes and Jesse Caldwell and Tanner Holmes. I knew all them, and they're all growing up on me, so it makes me feel old. But you guys have been in it for quite a while now. The younger kids that come in do they look up to you and things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you offer them do you like take them under your wing and then offer them advice and things like that when it comes to being the older racer generation?
Yeah. When we showed up in Montana, we got there Tuesday around 3 o'clock, and that John Holmes, Tanner and Carly's dad, and my dad, they were all talking, and Tanner was asking me questions because of how well I did last year. And we went to the track, and me and Tanner and his dad, we walked around the track and talked, and kind of helped Carly out too, because she also ran the 250. So
right. Well, right on. So I wish we could spend more time with you. We've got a slew of guests on. I wish we could spend more time with you. Obviously you're going into this next race for Saturday and Sunday. You talked to us about that. Want to give sponsors thanks and shout outs or anything like that?
Yeah, Carl Pavlik, he builds my motor. He does amazing. He makes that thing super fast. Sharoni Bros, he does my stickers, and my grandma and grandpa, because they help out when they can. And obviously my mom and dad.
Yeah. And what are you running QRC? What are you running for your child? Are you running QRC?
Yeah, I have QRC.
Yeah, QRC is a big one. Yeah. We're hoping to work with them at some point. They run a lot of they have a huge wide variety of parts, many wins from RFC from back in the day. Well, hey, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. Happy birthday, and also I want to say awesome job out there for winning the opener. Now, real quick, Sunday night. How did you do Sunday? Now, I didn't ask you how you did Sunday. How did you do for the closing?
I started second row inside in the dash, and I ended up second, so that put me front row outside in the main. We I was running second and a car slipped me and I ended up on my head, and then
Oh no.
so I got out of the infield. I figured I was done, but the car was fine, so I got back in it. They just ripped the left side wing panel off. And
Yeah, those cars are pretty durable, huh? Because I've seen you guys flip, and one guy, one girl we had up here hit the wall pretty hard, but she was able to get back in her cart and come up second. So yeah, I've seen you guys. You know, those cars are pretty durable. We're glad you're okay, and also good job on the win for opening night. Thank you so much for being on the show, Mallorie. It was great to be able to have you and catch up with you. So maybe we'll have you on again at some point for an update, see how you are. How you doing? Best of luck for the weekend, though, okay? And happy birthday again. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, Mallorie. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mallorie Mcgahan, ladies and gentlemen. What a girl. All right. Well, that's our show, folks. Until next week, I'm your host, Ace Naylor.